Yeah, I'm beginning not to fuck with Africans like that. I'm beginning not to fuck with Africans like that. Like for real. And it's crazy and it sounds funny. I'm African myself. You probably thinking like, oh, since you African, you should fuck with Africans and shit. I don't give a fuck. And this is mainly going towards African women. Most African women, from my experience, have this prejudice against American black men. They have like this prejudice against American black men. From my experience, African women have this prejudice against American black men. And I'm mainly talking about like the African women who moved to the United States as immigrants. I'm not necessarily really talking about the African women who are born in America who have two African parents who were born in Africa. No, I'm talking about the African women who moved to the United States as immigrants. Most of them have this beef, this dislike, this disdain, this prejudice against American black men. And, I'm half Nigerian. My father is from Nigeria. And my mother's black American. So, but I look, oh, what's good, Go Professor? What's good? Yeah, I'm half Nigerian and I'm half black American, but I look more on the black American side. So whenever I talk to African women, since I look black American, they don't really see me as being African. I look black American and I have an American accent. So when I speak to African women, most African women, they don't see me really as being one of them. They see me as being a black American. And I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. But I'm a good looking dude. I'm 6'3", good looking. I'm handsome. I carry myself well. I have a nice swagger about me. I have a nice, attractive demeanor about me. And I'm not trying to brag, but I'm the type of black man who this society has an issue with. I'm the type of American black man who this society has an issue with. You know, and I have some funny ass experiences with African women. You're like everybody else in this society that have a prejudice against the American black man, straight up and down. They're hating ass bitches, bro. African women are some hating ass bitches. They're like everybody else in this society. They do not like seeing a confident, attractive, dark skinned black American man. African women don't. They'll fuck with you if you got money though. If you got money, but like from my experiences, whenever I talk to African women, sometimes it'll be going great. The conversation will be going good. Then when I hit them up on text message or I call them, they get on this hating ass shit. They'll go AWOL. Like yesterday, I met this African woman. This bitch was completely feeling me. She asked for my number. She was from Nigeria, right? She's been in the United States for about 3 years, as she said. This Nigerian lady asked for my number and she was talking about she was jokingly saying, "Oh, would you marry me?" and all that. This bitch was feeling me. You know, you could tell by a woman's body language, you know, the energy that she's giving off if she's feeling you or not. This Nigerian lady I met yesterday was feeling me, and as soon as I hit her up, she got on this hating ass shit. She was calling me lazy. I should go fuck my mom, and she was saying all this shit. And I kind of expected it because, yeah, I know African women. I know their routines. They be hating on a quality American black man, and it gets me. It bugs me out because my dad is from Africa. My dad is from Africa, so it bugs me out a little bit. Like, I'm African, and this is the treatment I get from my own people, so it bugs me out a little bit. And I know for a fact if African women perceive me as being one of them, they will not be acting like that towards me. You know, if African women saw me as being a continental African, they will be receptive of me. They will fuck with me. They'll let me have sex with them and all that, especially with my level of attractiveness. You know, with my level of attractiveness, you know, I'm an attractive guy. If I was a continental African who was born and raised in Nigeria, if I had an accent, Nigerian accent, Nigerian women, African women will fuck with me. You'll see me as a handsome African guy who they could not resist. But since they see me as a black American, they be on some hating ass shit. And like I've interacted with several African women. I've talked to several African women. I had experience with several African women in passing. You know, I've went to school with African women. They don't fuck with black American men. They don't like our black asses. They do not fuck with our black asses. And whenever people used to say Africans don't like black Americans, whenever people used to say that shit, I used to side with Africans. But now that I gotten older, I'm really starting to peep society. The motherfuckers is right, man. Africans, especially African women, they do not fuck with American black men like that. I'll say out of 10 continental African women, 7 of them will have a prejudice against American black men. Out of 10 continental African women, 7 of them will have a prejudice against American black men. Go, professor. I'm in my late 20s. Go, professor. What's good, man? Like, have you dealt with African women? Like, do you notice the same prejudice that I'm talking about? Like, this happens whenever I speak to African women. Like, they have like this opposition against me. Right now, go, professor. I'm messed up. Like, I'll be working these little minimum wage jobs. You know, factory work, warehouse work. I've dealt with DoorDash a little bit. You know, I have a 2 year degree from community college. I have an associate's degree. You know, yeah, but I've been through a whole lot in life. Like these last 5 years have kind of been rough on me. But whenever I speak with African women, they have this like prejudice against me, and I know it has something to do with me being a tall, handsome American black man. Like I'm the type of black man who this society just has an issue with. Yes, go professor. I live on my own. Go professor. Like, have you ever dealt with African women? Like they be hating on my black ass. So like, and I'm a good looking dude. Like I'm good looking. I got the swagger about me, so I know when a woman opposes me, it's most likely not that they're not attracted to me. It's most of the time it's something racial related. I know that for a fact. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, man. A lot of African women, man. They don't fuck with American black men like that. They have like a prejudice. Not all of them, but I'll say like 7 out of 10 of them do. Especially if you're a black man who looks good and feels good about yourself and you're darker skin. Oh my gosh, you're gonna get the opposition. They're like everybody else in this society. They hate on us as Black American men, and it's funny. It trips me out though. Like they'll look over a Black American man and hate on us, but they'll fuck with an ugly ass African dude. Um, like how would you want me to go more in depth? Exactly, go professor. Like how exactly would you like me to go more in depth? And go professor, where are you from? Like, I live in a racist ass city, so I'm really not surprised by the behavior of African women in my city because I live in a racist ass city. They hate on the Black American man hard in my city, but it's like, damn, like I hate it as a black man. Like you can't even get love really from your own race of women. Like it trips me out. Like a lot of African women, they move here. When a lot of African women they move to the United States, um, I guess they feel like they have to fit in with the American society. They join on this fucking hating American black man train. You know, a lot of immigrants when they move here to acclimate to this racist white society, they feel like they have to hate on us black American men to fit in with the racist white society. So it don't really shock me. Oh, okay. Like more about myself as far as like my good looks and my height. Well, I'm still on the come up to be honest. As far as accomplishments, I've had a whole lot of pushback, and I've had a whole lot of obstacles, you know. But I'm a hard worker. You know, like I said, I have a 2 year degree. I want to go back to school, maybe. And yeah, you see my YouTube channel. You see Go Professor. You see what I do. I like to make YouTube videos. I like to talk about constructive topics. I used to have a blog. I used to be a writer. Before I had a YouTube channel, I was a writer. I had like over 200 blog posts. I would talk about racial dynamics and stuff like that. you know, and like yeah, yesterday I was talking about to this Nigerian lady about my financial situation. I'm in a bad financial situation, and she came at me like I was some lazy black man. She was giving me this lazy black man stereotype, and I'm not a lazy black man. Like, I'm unemployed right now. Okay, that doesn't mean I'm lazy black man. Like, I'm just going through a hard time right now. Like, for real. I've had like 10 different jobs within the last like year. Every job I get fired and for due to racism, and like people don't know what black men go through. People do not know what American black men go through. Like, people think that black men are lazy just because we're lazy. No, black men, some of us might slack off and might not work to our potential because of the shit that we experience. Like, this society wears our black asses down. This society wears our black asses down, and it causes us to be stressed out. And like, if you go through what you if you go through what a black man goes through, like, it can wear you down, and that wear down is going to be mental, and it's going to cause you not to like live up to your potential. Like, people don't know what black men go through, and they just think we're lazy. No. Oh yeah, we could definitely do that. Do a stream. We could definitely do a stream. Go Professor. We could definitely do a stream. Like, you can give me some of your insight right now. Yeah, we should definitely have a stream together. I've been wanting to stream with you for a little bit, for a minute now. But yeah, this society is hard on me, man. This society is hard on me, and I'm sure you know what black men go through, especially as a dark skinned black man. Like, this society is hard on us. It's like you face opposition from every angle. You go to the store, you got security guards following you around. You go to a library, you got security guards following you around the library. Um, you can't approach women because we live in a society that's damn near a crime for a black man to approach a woman, and they're gonna be on that Me Too shit. So you can't approach women. Women gonna have their guard up against you because you're a black guy. You go to the workplace, you get fired for no reason. Like, you just get sick of this shit. Like, it gets sickening. This racism, like, you get sick of it, man. And like, I'm the type of black man who the society has an orchestrated agenda against. And I just have like interesting experiences. I have a lot of interesting experiences. All right. Yeah, but Go Professor, like, what's been your experience in this racist society? Like, I heard California is kind of racist. Like, what part of California are you from? But yeah, I'm not the type of dude who's arrogant and I feel like I should get every woman because I'm attractive or whatever. But I think to myself like, if I was another race of dude with my level of attractiveness, I'll be fucking hoes left and right, and I wouldn't have to have a good job. I wouldn't even have to do anything with my life, you know. But that handsome privilege shit doesn't apply to dark skinned black men, at least in nowadays. That handsome privilege shit doesn't apply to black men. Like other races, other skin tones, they kind of get a pass when they're attractive. With black men, especially dark skinned black men, we're judged even harsher when we're attractive. Like people are always being critical of me. When someone can see me outside, they be like, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing out here?" The first thing that comes out their mouth is them being critical of me. What are you doing out here? Aren't you supposed to be at work? Are you working? Do you go to school? Like I don't like being talked like I don't like being talked to like that. I'm damn near 30 years old. I don't like people being critical of me like that. Like women have like these high ass expectations. If you're like an attractive dark skinned guy, they have these high ass expectations for you. And I'm not saying you shouldn't meet up with those expectations, but like people don't know. I mean, people actually do want know what the black man goes through. People know what we go through, but they don't know how it feels to actually experience it. Yeah, like people know what the black man goes through because they dish out the bullshit against us. But they don't know how it is to be on the receiving end and actual experiencing the bullshit as a black man. As an American black man, especially a tall, handsome American black man, I carry myself well. In my racist ass city, a black man like me, my existence is literally seen as a taboo. They be on that it's a taboo to be a black man shit in my city. Like it's a crime to be a black man. You have to apologize for being a black man. You have to apologize for your existence. If you're a black man, you have to apologize for your existence. The only thing you have to do, the only thing you're allowed to do as a black man in my city is go to work or go to school. You're not allowed to live your life. It's like your humanity as a black man is seen as a fucking taboo. Like this racist, people still have this racist mentality that a black man is not supposed to be able to live his life freely. The only thing you're allowed to do is go to work. Go to work and come from work. That's how it was in the 50s and 60s. A black man wasn't allowed to live his life freely. The only thing you're allowed to do back in those days was go to work as a black man. Go to work and go home from work. And people still have that ingrained mentality in them that a black man isn't to live his life freely. And I see the bullshit. And with women, as a black man, what I came to see is like women are always looking for anything to write you off. Like they're judging you as a black man. Women, they're looking for any little flaw in you to reject you, to write you off. It's just funny. It's just funny to me. It's just funny to me, man. And like with African women, like from my experience with African women, th- they're like everybody else, man. If you're an unconfident black man, African women, they'll be out to tear you down. They're just like everybody else. Like, but I've accepted it though. But it just boggles me sometimes. Like as a black man, like we have no one. Like our own women oppose us. You feel me? But it is what it is. All right, y'all. Peace.